All right, let's get into this absolutely brilliant short story by Anton Chekhov. It's called A Chameleon, and trust me, it's this sharp, funny, and kind of painful look at how fast our principles can just vanish the second power and status walk into the room. We're going to see how a simple dog bite in a town square can expose pretty much everything about human nature.
And boom, the story just throws us right into the action. There's no slow build-up. We just hear a shout cut through the quiet of a marketplace. Suddenly there's chaos, a yelping dog, and the beginning of a truly ridiculous public spectacle.
So what is all this commotion about? Well, a crowd has basically materialized out of thin air, all gathered around this timber yard. This is what Chekhov does so well. He takes these supernormal, everyday scenes and just lets them spiral into complete and utter absurdity.
Okay, let's meet the players in our little drama. First up, we've got Inspector Chemelov, the local authority looking all official and important in his brand new coat. Then you've got our so-called victim, Kryukin, who's making a huge deal out of his bleeding finger. And right in the middle of it all, the accused culprit, this tiny, shaking white puppy.
Now, Kryukin is not happy. He is absolutely livid. He's waving his finger around, claiming it's essential for his delicate work as a goldsmith, and he wants to be paid. The law, he says, has to step in. He's demanding justice.
So, Inspector Chemelov steps forward, just radiating authority. As far as he's concerned, this is an open and shut case. He lays down the law, promises to slap the owner with a big fine, and declares that the dog must be destroyed. His judgment is swift, it's firm, and it's about to completely fall to pieces.
And this, right here, is where things get really interesting. The fate of this little dog, the demands of the victim, Chemelov's entire sense of justice, it all comes down to one simple question. Who owns this dog? And there it is. That's the moment. Some random person in the crowd shouts out a name, and not just any name, a general, a man with serious power. You can just feel the air change. This one little comment is the pivot on which this whole story is about to turn.
The second that general's name is mentioned, it's like a switch has been flipped. The entire vibe of the scene shifts. And more importantly, Inspector Chemelov begins his first incredible transformation. Now watch this, because it's brilliant. He doesn't just change his mind, he physically changes. He suddenly feels hot and has his constable take off his overcoat. It's like he's literally shedding his layer of authority. And in the same breath, he turns on Kryukin, the victim, accusing him of lying. Suddenly the dog bite is Kryukin's own fault. Unbelievable. What happens next is just, well, it's hilarious. We see this dizzying series of reversals. Every time a new piece of information comes from the crowd, Chemelov's opinion flips, and he puts his coat on or takes it off to match. Then the constable, his sidekick Yeldarin, speaks up. He says, hang on, the general only has these fancy, expensive pointer dogs. This little thing, it's just a mutt. It can't possibly be his.
And just like that, Chemelov snaps right back. Oh, a pure mongrel, is it? Well, in that case, poor Kryukin. He has clearly suffered a great injustice, and this matter must be pursued. He's back on the side of the little guy. For now.
But wait, the constable starts second-guessing himself. Someone else in the crowd chimes in. Yeah, I think I saw one like that at the general's place. The certainty is gone. The ground is shifting again. And you know what that means. Okay, look at this. This slide lays it all out perfectly. 1 minute, the dog's owner is a scoundrel who ignores the rules. The next minute, when the owner might be the general, the dog is a delicate creature, and the victim is a fool who brought it on himself. It's the same dog, the same bite. The only thing that's changed is the perceived social status of the owner.
And here we go again with the coat. As soon as the dog might be the general's, Chemelov suddenly feels a chill. The coat of authority goes right back on. It's like a shield he needs when he's about to suck up to the powerful.
All right, this dizzying back and forth has to end somewhere. The confusion is about to be cleared up once and for all by someone who actually knows what's going on. So the general's cook just happens to be walking by. They ask him, and he says it plainly. Nope, never seen it before, not our dog. For a second, it seems settled. Chemelov, all confident again, declares the dog astray and orders it to be put down. But then, Prokhor adds one tiny little detail. He says, oh, it's not the general's, it's his brother's dog.
He just got into town. So the connection to power is still there, and now it is absolutely confirmed.
And that's it. That's the final piece of the puzzle. The one true, undeniable fact that will lock Ochumalev into his final position. There's no more waffling, no more guessing. So, what's it gonna be?
And there he is, in his final form. Akumalov's face just breaks into this huge, fake, sugary smile. The very same dog he ordered destroyed not once, but twice, is now a nice little dog, a lively fellow. He's cooing at it, baby-talking it, while the whole crowd just laughs poor Kryukin.
So, what is the point of all this? I mean, it's a funny scene for sure, but Chekhov isn't just writing a story about a confused cop. He's holding up a giant mirror to society, and the reflection is not very flattering.
I mean, the title says it all, right? A chameleon. That is Akumalov through and through. His principles, his sense of fairness, even whether he feels hot or cold, it all changes color to match the social status of whoever he's dealing with. And that overcoat, him constantly taking it on and off, it's the perfect physical symbol of his constantly shifting loyalties.
Through this one little incident, Chekhov is just roasting the whole social system. He's showing us how authority isn't about the law, it's about who you know. How justice isn't about right or wrong, it's about your rank. Akumulov is a total opportunist, twisting reality to get ahead. And it all ends in sycophancy, that disgusting, fawning praise he gives the dog at the end. It's a timeless critique of hypocrisy.
And really, that's the question that sticks with you. This story is well over a century old, but that character, the chameleon, feels like someone we could meet tomorrow. It really makes you think, doesn't it? Where do we see this kind of behavior today? Who are the people who change their colors to please the powerful? It's a question that is just as sharp and relevant now as it was back then.